What's up, everybody? Week 2 is in the books. Week 3's already started, and man, it's been an interesting first 2 weeks of the NFL season. Um, Antonio Brown, cut again. Dude, I don't get it, man. Man, he's just been self-destructive, man, and it sucks because he's a talent. But I don't know if there's going to be any other team that's going to want to pick him up. I don't know. Maybe the Browns. We'll see. Anyway, um, I'm gonna jump into last week, and so I did a little better last week. My predictions. First week I was 2-5. This week 3-4. Terry, man, I beat you again, man. Sorry, man. It was. I had a good week. I mean, I actually had the first 2 good weeks. Like I said, first week Alex just he just killed me. He killed me. But Terry, 125-91. Mahomes had a huge game for me. Godwin had a huge game for me. I go up to 1-1. Terry comes down to 1-1. The other matchup, Flying Buffalo Wings against Bushwick Hitmen, and man, Alex, man, 2-0. I mean, you're killing it right now, man. Your team is looking really good, man, and you've got a tough matchup this week. But so far, I mean, you scored the most points in the league after 2 weeks, and your team is just rolling right now. And Rodgers looks like even though he's having all that strife with his coach, he's putting up numbers. So Bubba, you're 1-1, about to become 1-2. Sorry, man. You know who you're playing this week? The legend. So you drop down to 1-2. You're going to be dropping down to 1-2, but we'll talk about that in a few. The other matchup we had was Brooklyn Giants versus Mean Machines, and Brooklyn Giants takes it 126-107. Yeah, man. I mean, Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you, he's looking like the Mahomes of this year, man. Dropped 35 points against Arizona, man. He could do it with his legs. He can do it with his arm. He had a big game, and they pretty much, with him and Odell Beckham torching the Jets up, you carried the victory. Yes, last week. You go up to 1-1. Kylie, you're down. You're down to 0-2 now. If you need a running back, we can talk. Next matchup was Red Ghost against LeBron as a bum, the defending champs, and Frankie, you're 2-0. What's amazing, you're 2-0, and you don't have a tight end, and you're 2-0. You won 120-107. Allen torched up the Giants last week. Giants defense is just bad. I mean, if you ever have a quarterback that's going against the Giants defense, pick that quarterback. He's probably going to have a good week. Really had a huge game for you also, and like I said, I'm enjoyed it, man. Sorry, man. Nah, I'm just looking here, and yeah, you guys just didn't. Russell Wilson was the only one that pretty had a decent game for you. Antonio Brown is gone, so you're gonna have to do something, man. You have to start doing some wheeling and dealing. But I mean, you're still not out of it. You're 1-1, and you easily could jump right back into this. Next, we have Frank's Jets against Team Deal. Frank, you pull out the win to go 1-1. Brady had a huge game for you. Jones from Green Bay finally had a big game for you. And Demetrio, man, looking, man, outside of Elliott, man, no one really did anything, man. Phillip Rivers had a disappointing game against the Detroit Lions. You figure they would have played better there, but you drop down to 1-1. Frank goes up to 1-1. There's a lot of teams who are 1-1. Like I said last week, I don't know why my predictions didn't reflect that, but we have a lot of 1-1 teams. Next, we have Legendary Giant against NC8000 and Marco. Man, I think you've set the record for the least amount of points in a fantasy week, man. And I feel for you, man. You lost your starting quarterback, Roethlisberger, gone for the year. Deshaun Jackson, just like an injury out of nowhere. Boom, he's done. He was done for the week, and he's done for the next few weeks, I believe. And I mean, just nobody, even your kicker, Vinatieri, who may retire because he can't kick field goals an extra point. You just had a bad week. Luckily, you could jump right back into it. I mean, you start off 0-2, but there's a lot of football to be played, and with the way injuries goes, I mean, anything can happen. And then the last matchup, Bad Boys versus Order in McCourty, and man, Edwin, You pulled out the win, man. 2-0, came back and won 106 to 103 in a nail biter. Evan goes down to 1-1. Edwin, you're 2-0, and man, I'm not gonna bet against you anymore, man. I'm telling you, you got a decent team and you pull out wins week in, week out. Mayfield had a good game for you. Julio Jones had a huge game for you. All right, we're gonna look at the matchups for this week, and we start off with Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, versus Bushwick Hitman. And Bubba, man, sorry, man, you're dropping to 1 and 2, man. I mean, I'm just looking at my team. Godwin's gonna have a big game against the Giants. Listen, I love my Giants, but they can't play defense for shit. Like, I'll be the first to admit it. I know the Giants have made the change to Daniel Jones, and I understand it. I wish it didn't happen this early, just because I wish Jones had wide receivers to throw to. I would have waited until at least Tate got back and then maybe do the switch then. I don't put the Giants' woes on entirely on Eli's back because the defense can't cover anything. When the freaking Bills torch you for over 200 yards in the first half from Allen, like seriously, your defense. I mean, guys were wide open. Wide open. The defense is horrific. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna win this week. Brooklyn Giants versus Gotham Knights. I'm going to go with Brooklyn Giants, man. I mean, just look at their team and Lamar Jackson. Like I said, how do you bet against them? I mean, everything else is pretty evenly matched, but Lamar Jackson is the difference. And then when it gets Kansas City, it's going to be a shootout. The final score is probably like 40 to 37 or something like that. So I got Brooklyn Giants in that one. Then Flying Buffalo Wings against Red Ghost. And listen, the battle of 2-0. Whoever wins this match is going to go to 3-0. And I got to go with Flying Buffalo Wings. Listen, I mean, Alex, you got the number one scoring team in the league. And it looks like there's nothing stopping him right now. The only question mark also will be Le'Veon Bell. But on the flip side, he's going to probably be their only offense. So he's probably going to get a lot of catches on the flat, on the screen. He's probably going to have like 8 catches, and that's going to give you your points. Frank's Jets versus Mean Machines, and I'm just going to go with Frank's Jets just because Mean Machines, man, until you got a running back, man, it's going to be tough for you, man. So I got Frank's Jets winning that one. I've got LeBron is a bum versus MT 8000. All signs says I should pick LeBron is a bum just because MT 8000, they're not playing well, and a lot of their guys are hurt, but I think Marco pulls up the upset, and I think they get their first win of the season. I think they go up to 1 and 2 this week, and I think LeBron is a bum is going to drop down to 1 and 2. Order in McCourty against Team Deal, and I'm going with Team Deal. And this is why Dak Prescott going against the Miami defense, going to have a monster game. Only problem is Team Deal has Ezekiel Elliott, and they have Amari Cooper. So while Prescott's going to get his points, they're going to get their points too against the against the Dolphins defense. And I got Team Deal winning that one. And then the final matchup is Bad Boys versus Legendary Giant, and I'm not going to bet against Bad Boys anymore. 2-0. Last week was impressive coming back to win, and I got them probably winning a close one this week, going to 3-0. So there you have it, my picks. Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Brooklyn Giants. Flying Buffalo Wings. Frank's Jets. MT 8000. Team Deal. And Bad Boys. Eli Manning. I gotta tell you, man, when I heard the news, I was sad. People can say what they want. Oh, he's overrated. He's this. Here's the facts. He's been the Giants quarterback since 2004. He's won 2 Super Bowls with them. He's in the top 10 all-time in passing yards. He had probably some of the most memorable runs in postseason history. And I keep going back to it, and I've said it before, and this is the title of my team. He's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. There's not many quarterbacks in NFL history that have won 2 or more. Let's look at the list. There's Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, John Elway. Am I missing anybody else? Am I missing any other quarterbacks who have won 2? Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, you look at these names, all Hall of Famers. Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. Some people may not agree. He's a Hall of Famer. Especially if Joe Namath is a Hall of Famer. Eli Manning definitely is a Hall of Famer. It's gonna be suck not to see him out there anymore, but I'm excited to see what Daniel Jones can do. But you know, Eli's still my favorite. He's my favorite Giant all time. With that being said, good luck everybody this week. Bubba, you're going down. I'm gonna go to 2-1. You guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.